Hi everyone, welcome. Sorry about that. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, Chat Maniters, for your help. I appreciate it. Hi everyone, Unconditional Love Taro, Jojo Taro. Run Unconditional Love Taro. Yes, okay. I called you Jojo Taro. I'm sorry. I thought I said Run Jojo Taro. I thought that's what I said. Sorry. Okay. I hope everyone had a great weekend. Mine was good. Can't complain. I didn't do much thinking, I did a lot of thinking, but I didn't do a lot of work. There are a couple of things I wanted to do. I didn't have a chance to. I didn't do anything. I didn't do very much. I just wanted to take some time off to relax. I haven't done that in a while. Spent 8 years. I've been here, almost 9. Okay. There is a Jamaican artist, Jimmy Cliff, passed last week. I've been mentioning who I feel passed, but for some reason, one of you mentioned him, and this evening things are not slow. We have a lot on the news, but I spoke about quite a few things earlier today in my other channel. So, and I'm like, I have to mention Jimmy Cliff. He's a pretty good singer, pretty good artist, and I keep getting coconut. I don't know if he loved coconut or something to do with coconuts here. If any of you know, please let you know. But there's somebody whose name starts with the letter F, as in Fred, or something like that, that came to get him. If this means anything to anyone, but he feels relieved. He's in a good place. So that's what I feel like saying about him. And it seems like they are making some kind of documentary about PDD. He doesn't like it very much. Well, doing what he did, if I were to do things like that, I wouldn't want, somebody talking about me either. Because there's that shameful stuff, embarrassing. Oh my God. But anyway, he's going to be in there for a little while. He may not serve the full term, but he's going to be in prison for a while. And hopefully give him, he'll take the time. He'll put the time to good use. Try to change. It's not going to be easy. But I think he's going to try, because he's not having it easy. So, and I don't think Trump is going to give him. I'd be surprised if Trump gives him a pardon, at least not right away, because a lot of people, Trump has enough problems. Having said that, I don't know how many of you heard a little while. Well, I'm not surprised. Except ordered the people who were executing the sinking of that boat to go back a second time and kill 2 survivors. And it seems like it's beginning to dawn on him now. That's what I'm picking up when I focus on him intuitively, that it's beginning to dawn on him that this is going to get serious. This is either murder or a war crime. He's got no way out. And it seems like Trump is too willing to throw him under the bus. But like I said earlier today, Trump has made a pact with everybody who work for him, that he will pardon them if they are charged with anything, because he's got immunity for quite a few things. But it's going to be interesting to see. But I've been saying this for a while, that Exet was going to have some major issues. I would be surprised if he survives this one. There are 3 people, it feels like to me, that are really on thin ice. Bundy, Exet, and Patel. Gosh. And Cash, we know why. It's because of him flying the government airplane to visit his girlfriend, and he gave her some kind of security, SWAT team as oh my God, bodyguards. Imagine that. So, and I don't know how many of you saw the Stephen Miller's wife. I don't remember her name. Kathy Miller. I was trying to remember the name. On CNN last week. Oh my God, what a disaster. That woman she's making things worse intuitively, I feel, for both, not only her, but for her husband as well. I mean, except for MAGA, beyond MAGA, no one really care about Stephen Miller because of the atrocities he's committing under the guise of criminal aliens, they deported a lot of people who are here illegally as well, but undocumented immigrants, that's what I meant to say. But I'm sure you guys understood what I meant. Having said that, today's Monday, so you're allowed to ask personal questions and and political questions, pet questions. Somebody said they lost their dog. I just remember that. I just scrolled down and this thing went. Let's see. Somebody mentioned it and this thing scrolled down on me. Jojo Tao says, do you feel Hagee will be impeached? I mean, they might impeach him, but I don't think they need to impeach him. I mean, the way things are going, I don't see how he's going to survive this. This is really bad, and it's picking up steam. It's gonna. I would be surprised if this scandal doesn't last all week. So it's bad. I don't think he's going to survive this one, to be honest with you. It's a big deal. It's murder. Unfortunately, he's going to destroy the career and lives of some of our career military people. Because according to what I hear, those who executed his commands are in trouble as well. So this is only the beginning. Things are going to get bad. So I don't think they're going to need to impeach him. I think they're just going to let him, twist in the wind until something happens. But he was beginning to get arrogant, posting memes on X, try to ridicule people, doubling down, lie. That's what everybody in this administration, that's what they have to do this. Otherwise, you're not in. So if you notice, they all have the same way Trump does things, they do it the same way. And this is going to get very expensive for all of them. That's my prediction. Okay. Carmen Williams says, Mita, do you see my granddaughter, Keela, doing okay financially in 2026? I don't know. It's very hard to tell if it's going to, exactly when the person is going to do well financially, but I feel yes, she's going to do fine. I'm not seeing any problems. Okay. I mean, she has to pay attention to her money, but yes, she'll do fine. Let's see. All right. Kenneth Blank said, the guy that did the shooting, was he trying to protect his family? Oh, if you mean the Afghan gentleman, no. I mean, in a way, he might have think that. What I feel happened to him, and I've been saying this on the other channel for a while, that the way they are going about abusing everybody, because they abuse Americans as well. And also there's a young lady, she's been here since she was 7. She's a brilliant student. She goes to a university in Boston. I don't remember the name of the university. She was flying back home. She wanted to surprise her parents, I believe, who lives in Texas or something like that. And ICE picked her up because she thought, immigration-wise, everything was okay. I mean, I feel like an American. I've been here 55 years, okay, and I came here way older than she came, okay. If I feel like I'm an American, never mind someone who's been here since they were 7, they don't know anything else. I don't know, Mike, unfortunately, I have to admit this, but I don't know the place where I was born at anymore. It's tough, but that's the way it is. But they sent her back to Honduras or something like that, if I'm not mistaken, a country she doesn't know. Thank God her grandparents are still alive, so she's staying with them. But the point I'm trying to make is the way the government is going about deporting people is affecting. It's not, I mean, us Americans, it affects us. A lot of us are not happy, and it's reflecting on the polls. There were a few Afghans, okay? I don't know if they deported them, but they were in the news because they helped our military. And some of them were arrested when they went to USCIS, I believe they call. Yeah, USCIS. Okay. For their papers, whatever it is, whatever business they had with them, they went according to schedule when they were invited to go. They went. They arrested them. Intuitively, I feel this gentleman. You know what, guys? Most people, if not all, who have been to war or fought in a war have PTSD. And not only that, I feel he has some mental issues as well. Okay. And then on top of that, a lot of people think an immigrant, when you get here, everything is solved. No. I mean, you're happy you're here, but that's when the challenge begins. You feel safe here, the world, a whole new world is open to you, okay? But getting past the coming few years, adapting to a whole new culture, ways of doing things, get on your feet financially, all those things, helping your family. And in his case, he was part of our military, whether we like it or not. And I've heard some people, former military, on TV saying those guys like him, have saved their lives. So we bring these people here and we drop them. He should be happy he's here. That's because we've never been in the shoes of an immigrant to understand the challenges. I remember when I first came here, oh my God. I mean, I did not want to go back to Haiti. No. Okay. But it was tough. I was young. My first job was tough for me. I was a dishwasher for a while. I couldn't hack it, to be honest with you. I wasn't used to it. Thank God I found a job at Macy's that had a hot dog store. I worked there for a while. I worked in a restaurant. It was the same thing. I was a bus boy in a restaurant. Like I said, adjusting, it was very, very hard. You got to adjust to a new mentality, a new way of seeing everything. And those were my first jobs. If if there was a way to slowly get you in there, it wouldn't be too bad. And those jobs I'm telling you guys, working in restaurants, to me, I don't know about anyone else, is the worst. And after I worked in a restaurant where I was the boss boy, I worked in 2 restaurants as boss boys. That, believe me, I always wanted to be an engineer. But after I worked in those restaurants, I said, I will either become an engineer or I'll die. That's how bad I found it. And believe me, I used to be so hungry when I was in college, it was not funny. But I said over my dead body, I was gonna quit. Because I don't know if any of you have ever worked in a restaurant. They have no respect for you, okay? The job is tough, it's very hard. And you don't get paid. I mean, the pay is minimum wage. I mean, at that time, I was living at home. It was okay. But, so, I've used what I experienced when I first came here to show that the challenges this guy was facing or is facing. And when you send, he feels in some ways he's owed something because he put his life at risk for us, and he did, And then you threaten to send him back home. If you can send these other Afghans who helped us in Afghanistan, you will send him home too. They can yank his citizenship. According to report, he has his citizenship. And if the person has PTSD, they're not well upstairs, absolutely. I think intuitively, I feel that's what happened to him. Did I talk about this? I think Saturday night I probably. Oh no, it was Saturday. I wasn't here Saturday night. I released a video talking about it. Intuitively, I feel that's what happened to him. The thought of going back to Afghanistan. I know somebody posted a very valid question. Well, why did he drive all the way from Washington State to D.C. to kill or to shoot National Guards? I don't have the answer for that. Intuitively, okay, he wanted to make a statement. But when people have mental issues, they don't rationalize. Okay, and they can become very manipulative too. So, but it feels like to me he wanted to make a point. And DC, that's the seat of government. On his mind, it feels like to me that's the best place to send a message. And the other thing is, why use a gun? Why did he have to shoot somebody? That's all he knows. Like myself, I'm going to give you guys another example, okay? When I first came here, I didn't know anything about 911, to call 911 if somebody did something to me, because there was, I don't know if they have 911 in Haiti right now, but when I was there, somebody does something to you or try to break into your house, if you don't have a gun, in my house we had guns because my father was in the military, you grab your machete, you defend yourself. That's the only way. And after that, you can go to the precinct, you have to walk there if you don't have a car. But the point I'm trying to make is the concept of calling 911, I didn't have it. I had to get used to it over time. Okay. So it is really challenging when you're starting in this country. And I was thinking about something else the other day, that when you first come here as an immigrant, well, there are a lot of things, okay, that Americans take for granted and expect someone, an immigrant, to understand these things. And I bet you, oh yeah, I almost missed making the point. The thing is, I don't think he understood that he can seek help, mental, for his PTSD. Okay. But when I came here, like I said, things were tough, guys. I even had problems finding food to eat. And my uncle's girlfriend, she says, well, why don't you guys go, to social services? My mom and dad says, are you kidding? That's never going to happen. We would die hungry. She was shocked when my father said that. The point I'm trying to make is some immigrant things probably got so bad because they have a lot of kids. They manage. But my father had, a decent job, okay, because he has an engineering background. He didn't graduate here, okay, but he had an electrical engineering background. So he had a pretty good job. He used to work for a company they call Timecodes. The pay wasn't too bad, but when you have 9 kids to take care of, it's a lot. So, but anyway, all those things are challenges that immigrants face. People have no idea. Don't get me wrong. Once you pass the first 5 years, you survive. My father was never happy. And in fact, the daughter of someone I knew when I was a baby, okay, she was asking me, how is it that she was telling me her father was always, there was a sadness about him. Okay, something that her and her mom could never understand. I'm like, well, my father had the same thing too. A lot of these people are living in 2 places, here and the country they left behind. They had, that person was a priest, and he left the priest. He was a minister in Haiti, and he used to fly all over the world to represent the government. So he had a high-ranking job. Although he was a priest, So when he came here, he became a nobody. And the same thing for my dad. He was in the military. Okay, people know you, all kinds of stuff. All of a sudden, you come to a place where, and mostly if you are of African descent, it's double. So those guys didn't. It's very difficult to adjust. My father, I don't think he ever, but well, the same thing for my friend as well. I knew him. He was a priest. He was good friend with my dad. I told that story last year in January of 23 or January of 24. His name is Hubert Papaye. Unfortunately, he died. I didn't get to see him. I spoke to his daughter. I didn't know he had kids. I found him last year or the year before that. I don't remember exactly. I remember I'm not going to go into the story right now. Let me see if you guys have questions. Oh my God. But anyway, let me cut this short. It's very challenging when you're an immigrant. Martin H. has been to you. Absolutely right about that shooter having mental issues. Oh yeah, big time. And on top of PTSD, the news just announced that he was in treatment for mental issues. Oh, thank you for posting this. I didn't know. Yeah, it just came out. Yeah. On top of, he has PTSD, he has mental issues. okay? And that's not a problem. If the person comes here with mental issues, oh boy, forget it. It's a disaster. Marinette says, dishwashers, busboy jobs were common for young black men to have back in the 1960s. I was doing it in the early 70s, 71. Oh my God, you guys, it was rough. I did not know anything about, how they classified anyone of African descent. I knew racism was something I was told, but I even slavery, because I grew up in a predominantly African majority black people. So those things you have no idea until you start. That's another thing. That's what I was saying earlier. When you're an immigrant, some people, when you have those jobs, they look down on you. And if you are black, they double look down on you. But I did not know, But my father got lucky in that sense. He had a great job because of his technical background. He did well. So, but that's the problem. And believe me, and in his case, he helped a lot of. He helped our troops. He helped our country. I mean, I'm not making excuses for him. He's going to face and receive his punishment. I feel very, very bad about. She's only 20. It's terrible, But unfortunately, that's the way. That was a contract with God, and however sad, we just. In fact, I should ask you guys to say a prayer for a friend of mine. Oh, this is another story. Her name is Fran. Oh my God, I can't remember her last name right now. She's my client, and she was born in Haiti as well. She's my client, and we became friends because she was born in Haiti as well. She was a former military. Her daughter is in the Air Force now. Okay, I saw her about maybe 6-7 months ago. I didn't see her. She called me, and I spoke to her 6 or 7 months ago. And when was that? Friday afternoon. I was so shocked. She lives in Jersey as well. And as I was, when I'm not doing anything, I go through YouTube for news and research what I have to talk about, do readings about. And I saw there was a fire in Jersey. Anything that says New Jersey, it catches my attention because I was there and I'm trying to see if there's anybody in that video that I know. And when I looked at the thumbnail, it says, a fire in New Jersey killed 2 women. Guess what? My friend, my client, is on the thumbnail. That's one of my, her name is Fantasia Fleury. I just got her last name right now. Okay, but I'm so used to calling her Fran, but I felt so bad, you guys. I'm not quite sure she's 50 yet. Her and her sister, there was a fire in the house. They both former military, if I'm not mistaken. I think her sister was in the military as well. I mean, you made it from a military. You think you're tough, And they went inside because they were told that Dad was inside the house. They went to look for their father. They never came out. It is so sad. I was shocked when I saw the picture. I did a double take. I'm like, that can't be how frail, how fleeting life can be. So I don't remember what got me into talking about this, but I don't think I was answering somebody's question. I lost. Oh yeah, I was giving examples. But yes, it's to go back to conclude the immigrant stuff. I don't remember if I did. It's very tough when you're an immigrant in this country. It's not easy. I mean, when you first start, after that you can adapt. I adapt. There are certain things, I had to get used to. But I'm one of those people, I experience something, I learn how to handle it, and I manage forward. Thank you, Jodine Johnson. Yes, I meant to ask earlier today for people to pray for her for me. She's a very nice person, very, very nice. Her sisters were very nice to me too. So, but it was shocking. Okay. Somebody said they're not hearing me. My sound is on. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. I don't think they did any software update sound. Oh, no, my sound is up. Sorry. It's not me. Check your volume. Okay, let's see. I think this is it, friends. I'm sorry, I didn't see many questions. Somebody asked me about their dog, but I couldn't see who the person was. Music Diana says, do you see me in a relationship in 2026? I feel like saying yes. I don't feel it would be a problem. The question is, do you do anything to meet people? Unfortunately, once we pass 50, it becomes doubly hard because we tend to want to stay home. But yes, absolutely, no doubt about it. Okay. All right. Martin H. says, Jill Wilbank, I'm sorry. The Watergate girl. Oh yeah, I know who that she is. And just said on her podcast that since SCOTUS gave Trump absolute immunity, he may not ever answer. However, Congress can hold, yes, Pete accountable. It's not only Congress, I feel that the international community may go after them too. Okay. Yes, for those things, because I remember Trump's lawyer did ask the Supreme Court, or told the Supreme Court that Trump is above everything, even if he wanted to kill a political opponent or something to that effect. And they gave him almost, he's not completely immune. There are certain things, if he does, he can get himself in trouble. Okay? But yes, he's almost immune to a lot. The only people that can have their way with him, well, he's been doing a lot of funny things with money. That's not, I doubt that's covered. People are not talking about these things. Today, you guys, a lot of things that I have been talking about when it comes to Trump and his family, today was for the first time. I forget the name of the, hang on a second, let me see if I wrote it down, okay? Today, for the first time, I saw an article where I didn't write it down because I thought I would remember it. I believe it's an English newspaper that posted it. I mean, they here as well. They are talking about not only him, but his family, the way they've gone about enriching themselves. Today was the first time I've ever seen, and I've been saying this for a long time, today was the first time I've seen a newspaper actually including his family and his, the way they go about making money. I feel that's another potential. I'm not a lawyer, I don't know, but I don't think this is covered under his immunity. The way they go about, well, it's not about America, it's about themselves. And if Congress goes Democratic next year, and I think it will, oh boy, it's going to be fun to watch. Thank you very much, everyone, for spending time with me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoy me sharing my experience when I first came here. I hope I didn't bore you, because I didn't see that many. I didn't see any questions at all about. Sometimes it goes this way, but I hope sharing my experiences as an immigrant, was not boring. So, if anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmiller.com, or please feel free to call me or text me on my YouTube number. If you like the channel and you are not a subscriber yet, please subscribe. I would appreciate it. And also, don't forget to tap on the notification bell. Please give me a thumbs up. That would help me a lot. please leave me comment about this video, the way I share about certain things. I'm not sure sometimes. I'm so used to doing readings. This channel I created it so that I could talk about anything, but I don't know if people are interested about me sharing anything about my life. What I want to do is do more celebrity predictions. That was my goal, but with the Trump presidency, there is so much. There is never, a minute without news. There is without something to talk about. So, I know I spent a good amount of time sharing my experience when I first came here, so I could explain to you what the mind of this gentleman is. The guy who fired who killed our service member. Okay, I heard the other one is doing better today. He was able to wiggle his toe and acknowledge, people who were talking to him. But I hope you guys leave me some feedback if you can. I would appreciate it. I'll see you all Saturday. Till then, bye.